Let me do it one more time.
One take. One take.
Try and cut it to 30 seconds.
All right, let me do it one more time.
Hi, sorry, didn't see you there. Oh.
All right, let me do it one more time.
All right, you're gonna break out the newspaper and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, hi."
I'm Fred.
Start with the
You may know me
one
as
thing.
Fred.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Nat One Network. I am Terry Mayo, and I am the Dungeon Master for our Homebrew campaign called Whispers and Echoes, brought to you by Mainframe Comic-Con and Nat One Network. Thank you so much for joining us as we explore this wonderful island of prosperity. If you enjoy what we're doing, make sure that you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave us a comment telling us what we're doing extra right, because we don't do anything wrong, hence the name Nat One. And if you really, really love us, you can hit that notification bell. Speaking of Nat One Network, let's bring in our adventurers.
Yay!
Eric, Carla, Joshua, Freddie. I think I missed somebody. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
We're
It is
doing.
so good to see you guys. I won't get into the Josh is muted per usual.
Yeah.
I won't get into the specifics of my displeasure with Cox Communication, but we were able to make it online tonight, and that is a plus. It's a plus in my book. Yeah. So I am excited to jump in. There was a hell of a cliffhanger last episode, so I can't wait to see where everybody heads from here. But before we do that, I know that our resident bad boy Moth, the poet with the attitude, who now resides in Boots' brain, has a little special announcement he would like to make. So I will turn the floor over to him.
Sorry, I didn't see you there. No. All right. Hi, guys. Fred here. You may know me from my giant Twitter following of 200-something people at The Packard Show, because I'm now famous on Twitter. Not really. Hi, right now, I am not Moth. I'm Fred. I'm a lonely, well, not really lonely. I have a girlfriend, but and a baby. So I guess I'm a not so lonely
You
comic
also
book
have a
writer.
puppy.
Yeah, don't you have a child?
Actually, I'm never alone. There's not a moment in my life where I'm alone, and I kind of wish, on occasion, sometimes, that I would have a moment alone. Monday through Friday, except for Wednesdays, including Saturdays and Sundays. My name's Fred, not Moth, and you may know me as Fred, not Moth. Follow us all on Twitter. I don't freaking know. Here's all our handles. Dwarven Forge stuff. I don't have any Dwarven Forge, but I always wanted it. But I play virtually now, so shit. I'm butchering it. Oh my god, think of all the great things you can build with $30. I'm totally hashtag fretting right now. So yes, the winner of the contest for a $30 Dwarven Forge gift card is the Hype Frog. Hashtag fretting if you want to have another contest someday. All right, thank you. Back to you, Terry.
Well then, that was magnificent, Fred.
Go with the
That was
first one.
amazing. All right, unless there's any more shenanigans that you guys want to get to, or any spoken word that y'all would like to jump into, we are going to jump into episode 7 of Whispers and Echoes.
They usually go down. Like the volume seems to go down over time.
Echo! right. So where we last left off in the island of prosperity, where we last left off on the island of prosperity, the group, after spending the night at the Midnight Inn, journeyed for the first time through the day through the city of Stonewall, coming across Meep at the armor shop. Meep was ecstatic to meet Boot in person. And also Cask and the rest. They finally traded in their armor and they're getting it refurbished. From there, Miss Bree caught the attention of a couple of familiar strangers that are shrouded in black. She followed them back to her home of the orphanage with Moth's help, where they stepped inside and ended up fighting an animated armor. After besting it in battle, they came back outside to find a young tiefling walking up and approaching Cask, asking him for assistance with a familiar friend of theirs, Zada Sahar. I might be butchering that one. And that is where we're going to begin tonight.
Oh, fuck, not again.
What just happened to Moth?
Did he
where'd the
vanish?
bacon go?
Moth?
Hey, at least we don't have to hear more poetry, am I right? No, but seriously, where did he go?
I walk up to his clothes and like,
So what you see, just kind of setting the scene a little bit. Moth, as soon as he ran back out of the orphanage, with holding proudly his axes, you saw that his tattoos started to glow. You four surrounding Moth, looking at him. Yasmin with you guys at this point. Suddenly saw Moth just kind of start to glow and then blink out of existence. All of his belongings falling to the ground. And then the next thing you know, Boot, in your mind, you hear, lucky you, Moth's voice speaking to you.
Do you think it was what happened in the orphanage? What took him?
What?
No. What?
Wait,
Of course
dibs
not.
on his stuff.
Maybe
Where
we
the
need
hell?
to.
What?
Wait,
When I'm looking
I
around,
think I hear him.
when I'm looking around inside of the subconscious mind or conscious mind of Boot, what do I see? I kind of picture myself walking buck-ass naked.
No, you've got clothes. You definitely have
No,
clothes. In
no,
mind.
and like as I'm walking, I'm kind of thinking almost like Assassin's Creed, like where you're in like the loading screen where things are kind of like coming up about around you, and like you see like memories and fragments and things that are kind of and I'm kind of trying to like, I'm looking around and things aren't really making sense and I'm a little confused.
He's in the
Then that's
Matrix.
Then that's what you see. Yeah. then-
Okay. What the hell is going on in the what? It's been...
I think I hear him.
What?
I think he's over here. Just
What?
pointing behind the wall of the orphanage. He's very quiet. You hear him?
No.
Looking at the rest of the group.
I think that's just you.
I could have sworn I heard him. Oh well. Well, it's very strange. But Moth was kind of a strange bloke. I guess I never pegged him for one to be disappearing what in thin air.
Hey,
But,
hey, make sure you grab me belongings.
I hold up
I
his
think
gold
we should-
pouch.
I could have sworn I heard him. I guess I'm going crazy. I'm
Grab
crap.
my axes and please my leather pants.
Am I able to speak with him without speaking, or
Yeah. So he's able to hear your thoughts and whatnot, which makes it a little bit awkward.
oh, bless me? Is that you?
I don't really know how to explain this, but
Fuck me, Moth. What you doing in my brain?
it's weird. You got some weird things down in here, buried deep
Don't
down.
go rummaging around. It's not for you.
I'll be respectful, and I'm gonna kind of sit down in like this little puddle, and like around me is like these little city shops that are kind of like coming in and out and folding behind me, and I'll be respectful, and I'll do the best I can without rummaging around, as long as you respectfully pick up me things. And by the way, you're the only one who can actually hear me, so you're gonna have to translate for me if I need to speak with anybody.
Beautiful. I'm not going to be your maidservant doing the translating and what with. I will pick up your stuff, but you need to keep quiet until we can figure out how to get you out me skull.
All right. In the meantime, do you ever live in a city center?
I think it's about time for. Oh look, yeah, I'm picking up his stuff. Look at how kind I am, picking up his stuff for him, all on my lonesome.
Hey, that's my stuff.
So
I slap
what
your hand.
everybody is seeing is basically Boot just having a full blown conversation with himself. At this point, you're kind of catching on that he has some sort of connection with Moth.
Food, are you all right?
No, I don't think I am.
What?
This is worse than my bout with VD.
Are you possessed?
I wouldn't say that. I would say I've got a new tenant, and he's a noisy roommate. Yeah, Moth is in my brain.
So Cass,
Moth.
Moth.
No, it's Boo. Boo. Moth was the guy who disappeared.
Moth is in your brain.
Yes, yeah, that is it's true.
What's he saying?
I mean, typical Moth stuff. I'm just glad he isn't. Not even going to say what I'm going to say because I'm afraid that he's going to start.
So you're saying that you're listening to words and you're listening words back and you're having a full conversation in your mind?
I guess I don't know the dynamics of it. It's more of like a feeling and yes, I'm having a conversation, I guess, if you can call it that. If you can call any interaction with Moth a conversation.
I resent that, and I can tell that you're just
I know
joking.
I pipe down, Biggin.
I can tell that you're just joking.
I'm gonna get blasted wasted, so you're not gonna be able to make heads or tails in there.
I get real funny.
You keep talking.
I gotta warn you, that happened one time before. And you have gods.
We're not going on another one of your stories.
Well, you have gods. You have gods. You
Boot,
won't be able to
you're
silence
spacing out again. What is he saying?
So as you guys are having this,
Can you
this conversation, Cass, Yasmin is walking up to you, and she's kind of like more familiar with you, so she's kind of gravitating towards you. Is this a normal occurrence? I'm getting the impression this is something altogether new.
You have noticed my new purchase. Yes, these feathers quite complement my eyes.
Well, I was really talking more about the half-orc that disappeared in front of us all.
Oh, yes, I have his pants, and I hold them up.
Okay, so she grabs the pants and kind of yanks them down, and kind of like out of character for her, because she's more of a bubbly type personality. Look at me. I need your help. Zadasahe, I need your help. Please.
I kind of little smile curl on my mouth, and I give her a pat on the head, and I say, "No worries, young lady." And I turn to Moth, and I turn to Boot, and I say, "Boot, you have a parasite in your head. Fortunately for you, I know a warlock, a captain in his own right, second only to the great Cascola. He has braved the trackless sea. His mysticisms have intrigued scholars of the highest caliber. And you have all heard of the Grave Coast, no? Well, Zadasair is the one who gave it its name. So he will no doubt be able to help us separate your consciousnesses."
While Cascola is waxing eloquently about this warlock, I'm just kind of like, with my elbows on my knees and my head in my hands, just screaming, I don't want to hear about some story that you had encountered back in the jungle, wherever the fuck you're from.
Tell him.
Okay, if he can get it
Tell
over my
him.
head.
Tell him if he's second to Cascola, then why can't Cascola help us?
Is Cascola a warlock?
I don't know. He said he was second to him. I mean, that's what I've heard through your reiteration of what the words he was saying.
You've got you're a
All
poet.
right.
Stop taking things so literally.
All right, back to your steps over here. These little weird. Why are those little children running back and forth in your brain?
But just imagine birds and he will go away.
Oh, I'm thinking
Bird.
about birds.
I'm gonna go silent.
Giant pterodactyls and just flying
Boot.
around him.
Maybe I can help. If you give me 10, 15 minutes, maybe I can
Blow up
figure
his
out
skull.
what's going on.
I think not.
I don't think it's necessary to kill him yet.
Wait, what?
Yeah, let's find a cleric. Don't blow him. Don't explode him.
I'm not blowing anyone.
Fine, that's good. We should get a cleric, maybe.
So at the top of her voice, please, all of you, for the love of everything holy, follow me. I'm so sick and tired. I don't know what Zadasa here had in mind, even asking me to ask you for help. Clearly, you cannot even help yourself. Please, help me.
Who's the woman?
The same woman that's been here the entire time, Joshua.
Wait,
Kellan.
no, I'm playing as Kellan.
I
I'm
know.
Kellan.
I introduced you to her like 2 seconds ago. This is Yasmin.
Yasmin, what do you need?
Did you not hear my entire speech literally again 2 seconds ago?
I'm
We are
sorry, I
people-
was.
I
My head
to
was
help
somewhere else.
to split
Just like
Boot
Moth, apparently.
and Moth. I have a very powerful friend who knows sorceries. He may be able to split them forthwith.
So I'm gonna walk up to what is her name again?
Yasmin.
Yasmin. I'm gonna grab her by the arms and say, "Does this warlock friend of yours? Where does he have the power to get this oath out my skull?"
If I tell you yes, will you come with me now?
Yes.
She's
But-
lying. She's
Well,
lying.
Yes.
Please let this actually work.
She don't know her foot from her ass, Boot.
So
Onward.
Boo, she's grabbing your hand and she's walking briskly back around towards Mazzy's tower and then up around towards the altar of the Twisted Rune. So the entire walk probably is going to take you guys about 3 minutes, but you guys again are walking briskly. This entire time, Boot is fighting with the imaginary birds in Moth's head, or vice versa.
Am I able to ritually cast Detect Magic and walk at the same time? Or you have to be like stationary?
No, it's not a concentration, is it? Let me see.
I don't know if ritual requires concentration in general.
You should be able to.
Okay, because I just don't want to be using a spell slot if I don't have to.
Got it.
Well,
Okay. All right. So as you guys are approaching the again, passing Mazzy's tower, you're coming up to the altar. You see that there's a wizard. He's standing kind of posted up at the front door, and he looks really flustered at this point. Yasmin walks up to him, puts his shoulder on him, whispers in his ear, and he unlocks the door. She's like, please come in. Please follow me. And as she's walking through, it's a series of chambers, and you see that different wizards, cloaked from head to toe, white robes, red robes, just depending on their status, are standing post at doors, almost at attention, almost like it's a drill or like if they're on alert. As she's walking, she's telling you, so Zadasa here came in, oh my gosh, days ago, and he's been caught up in this whole Twisted Rune mess that, well, Cask, you know, and we were given access to the library here, and I don't know what happened. 1 minute he was there, 1 minute he was not, and I started hearing him, and then a scream, and then nothing. The wizards can't find him. The clerics can't find him. He hasn't left though. When he,
Wait, you lost him?
I've lost him. I've lost that as a hair. Yeah.
I told you she didn't know a foot from her ass boot. How's he supposed to help if he ain't fucking here?
Look, the last thing Zadasahir told me before we entered this place was if anything goes wrong, I mean, word gets around fast in Stonewall, and somehow he heard that you were in town, Cask. Apparently you guys have made quite the impression. But he said if anything goes south, to please find you, that you may have a way to find him.
Oh, so he is south.
I don't know, Cask.
Hmm.
So as you're walking, you guys come up to a door, and it's this one is pretty locked tight. Again, the same kind of thing. She gives a nod to the wizard that's standing by. And you gain entrance to a room. And the room is your basic library. There's scrolls, tomes, all kinds of books standing row after row after row. This room is pretty empty. It looks like it's been locked up tight. But in its day, it looks like it was pretty majestic. About 20-foot ceiling up high, with a large stained glass window up top. You're noticing that just things have been left where they're at. Almost as if people left this room in a hurry.
May I make a quick perception check to see if there were like signs of a struggle or any telltale signs of a struggle?
Yeah, what is your passive, Cask? What are you, 12?
11.
11? Passively, no. You can roll if you like.
I'll give it a shot. 5. Yeah, nah, never mind.
Okay. So this looks basically just like a general library, just empty, abandoned at this point. For the size of the temple, or for the size of this altar, it's eerily empty. If everybody's following Yasmin, Kellen, the closer you get to where she's at, she's come up to a kind of a balcony area, fireplace right in front of her, and again the sitting area, books, a desk. But as you start approaching this balcony area,
It's more like a loft.
Yeah, loft. Yeah. The what you start feeling like this vibration in your head, almost like an unease. And
Do
that's
you
what
feel
you
that? Feels strange. It's happening in my brain.
Yes.
Oh, is he transitioning from me? Going to
Oh, I hope not. I hope not.
Okay.
Going to Kellen.
I ain't going nowhere, Boot. I've been trying to tell you all along. It's gonna be a minute, and I'd appreciate if you would stop thinking about stupid seagulls, because all I do is keep grabbing them by the throat, throwing them down just to replace by another shitty seagull that you just imagine and manifest to dive towards me for no frickin' reason. We're on the same team here, champ. Same team. There's no reason for the hostility.
Yes,
I will
man,
think
what-
of birds again.
Where
Believe you
was this man standing last you saw?
Well, I mean, to be honest, my back was a bit to him. I was stoking the fire. He was at the desk. God, he had picked up a book. He mentioned he picked the book up, if I remember right. He picked it up at the temple of the Twisted Rune, just west of here. It was a ugly, god-awful thing. It looked like wrapped in leather, a large star on it, but it was locked, and he was having trouble with it. He mentioned it was an infernal book, but but I don't speak Infernal, so I don't know. But he seemed out of sorts. He was pacing back and forth. Next thing I know, he's mid-sentence. I turn around, and then I start hearing him in my head, and then a scream.
Like,
It sounds like work of black magic. Only devils and those of ill repute speak Inferno.
Wow.
this is
It's
true.
quite a judgment.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, sorry, Kelly. No, you know.
I mean, to be judged by your extracurricular activities. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I'm sure you just got to studying Inferno.
Well, that's neither here nor there. Let me take a moment. Boot, if you don't mind standing close by as well. I am going to cast something called Detect Magic. And the way that this operates for as the artificer, I'm actually mixing up powders. All the powders are each individually different colors. And so I'm mixing these colors and powders, and I'm basically kind of like spreading them around, in which the particular spell type the color is attracted to, and it'll like kind of go toward that magic.
Got it. Does it still have the same radius as a normal?
It's a 30-foot radius.
Okay. And okay, all right. So, how long does that take? Is it pretty instantaneous?
Well, to use it as a ritual, it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Okay.
Be patient, everyone. Be patient.
Seems us to just be standing here this whole time. Wait, we have that book, don't we?
Before, actually, I do want to at the same time lay out the other Infernal book that I have, and to see if it's actually the same, if not, if it's different or something.
Okay, all right. So as you reach into your bag, Kellen, the minute your skin comes into contact with this book, that annoying buzz that you've been having in your head grows, and it almost like electric pulses from your brain down to your hand as it touches the book, almost like a shock. And the buzz, the hum, turns into a voice, like a slow rumbling voice that you understand to be infernal.
Moth? No, that can't be.
Who is this? Who is this? And it just
Hello?
repeats itself.
Hello?
Just continually.
Return me.
I don't know where you go. Where
You're the one who's mixing
do you
all this
belong?
stuff.
am I the only one that hears this?
You're the only one who hears this at this point, yeah. So, as long as you're touching the book, this is what you hear. Just a continual voice of like this vague, who is this? Who dares enter my presence? Return me, bring me home.
So do I, with holding the book, am I seeing anything similar to the book that's on the desk?
You don't see the book. The only Zada Sahir had the book.
Oh, so there was a book before.
And Zada Sahir kept it, yeah.
Okay. So there is no infernal book in this room except for the one that I'm holding.
Correct.
Ah, okay. Okay, I'm just going to, I guess, place it down on the table on the desk and let go and see. Do I still hear him?
Okay. The minute you stop touching.
Yeah. Sorry, that's this. Like, it looks like that book, like got the lock and is written in Infernal.
So yeah,
Yasmin, was
Yasmin,
this a book?
Just confirming. Sorry.
yeah, Yasmin speaks up and she confirms that yes, this it looks just like this book.
So I'm gonna complete my casting of detect magic, where I'm actually looking at the powders and looking at both the book and the and boot, seeing what's being attracted to it.
So I'll share this just real quick. Add to stream. There we go. This is what I have as far as where you're at. Can you move where you're at, Callan, just so I can get a good 30-foot radius on what I'm looking at?
Oh, move where I am?
Yeah, like move on the map where you would want to be.
I will be. Wait, where's Boot?
Boots off playing games. Oh, there he is.
Present and accounted for.
Okay. I am going to be on the table. Is this an altar, actually?
So this is a table. Yeah, this is a table.
Table? I'm going to
Yeah.
be on top of the table, and I'm like spreading out this powder all around and seeing where the powder is being attracted to.
Okay.
And what that'll be able to do is it determines with the aura. Normally the spell would be like an aura, but this is going to be a powder for me around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. It kind of shows a faint aura. And I learn the school of magic, if any.
Got it. So as you start doing this, you're seeing that a lot of these books, a lot of these scrolls that are in this general area in this room, are starting to give off that glow, to give off that, and it's various schools of magic. Yasmin herself, she's starting to glow. The things that she has on her. What's drawing your attention most is because it's really an aura that you're not sure what it is. You don't know what school of magic this might be. But it's coming from kind of this general area over here. This bookcase is glowing, and at first glance, there's nothing really special about this bookcase. It's full of books. But that's what's catching your attention the most.
Okay, I'm gonna look at it like interestingly, and then cautiously, but almost quickly, running across the table and jumping down toward these books.
Cautiously, quickly?
Yes, cautiously, quickly, like.
Got it.
Why are you running like that? So weird.
So cautious yet so quick.
So the closer you get, the louder this hum gets. The voice is not there. You're not hearing a voice since you're not holding the book anymore, is what you can assume. But that hum is it's almost like a growling at this point. It's so loud, almost drowning out any other conversation that the people behind you are having. As you come closer to the bookshelf, you are seeing, like, again, it's just your basic bookshelf, and you're seeing that there's an empty slot, and the empty slot is kind of what's emanating the most, and it's got this aura that it's almost like a bright light just shining at you, brighter than any campfire or any torch that you've ever seen, and it's kind of almost blinding at this point. You can't pinpoint the color. Is it whitish, bluish? You can't really tell, but that's what's calling. That's what's calling to you.
Is there a similar aura to the book? You said it's basically it's an opening where there once was a book.
Yes.
And
yeah, it's the book is giving off a similar, but the book is more of like a pure white, dim glow.
Boot, describe to me what's going on out there. I can't see anything. See your weird childhood memories.
And in her monologue, I recount what I have just experienced. I swirling colors and a place where a book should have been, and it's all getting lighted up. It's very scientific.
Tell him to stick either the book that he has in it or the one we picked up in the opening.
All right, the biggest genius we know wants you to stick the book in the shelf.
That could be terrible.
We tried.
Here's the reason why. Every time I touch,
I'm so
this
happy I
book-
can't hear the reason why, but I can hear you thinking of the words coming out of his mouth. So I'll appreciate if you just shut your brain off and just do it.
So I continue. This book has an aura to it that is not of this world. It is speaking to me every time I touch it. It is telling me to put it back. It could be that we need to put it back, or that it requests that we put it back into this place. And I point to the bookshelf. However, that could be very bad if that place is not where it should go. Get what I mean?
Pick the book up and I start
do it.
walking towards the shelf. Because I was close to the table and he left it right next to me.
Cask, what are you doing?
So
I'm
Cask
very
is your
tall, so I can just reach over him, right? Plug
And
it.
I'm just gonna jump at the book. Are you insane?
Ha!
all right. So Cask, as you put this book in, again, not sure if you were playing in the moment, not sure what the thought process was, but every thought kind of just dissipates from your mind. The minute the book kind of slides in, it slides in, and then your hand kind of just slides right through the bookshelf, still holding the book. You look back, and your friends aren't there anymore. Kellen is gone. Cass, Boot, Bree, they're gone. You're in the same room, but you're alone. You turn back around, and this wall in front of you has disappeared. And what you see is a set of stairs heading down to a cellar. That I'm screwing up now. It's a dark cellar. Can't really make out much. There is, like, again, you didn't see it. There is kind of a dim glow, but it's almost like if black could glow, that's what it would look like. Almost like a black light, I guess.
So like more powerful than dark vision.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I imagine Cascola's eyes are very dilated right now, and he's just very much, well, in terms of the metaphor, curiosity killed the cat. He will go ahead and he starts pacing toward it.
Okay. So as you start making your way down, you see you're still holding the book, and you start seeing an outline of a body that's been down there who knows how long, but it's beyond the point of rot, and it's just mummified at this point, wearing fine clothing. That would be strange enough, but right next to it, the book that you're holding in your hand, what looks like the same book, is at the feet of a very familiar friend of yours. So standing at the bottom of that cellar, one hand touching this black obelisk, almost suspended in animation, almost suspended in time, you see your friend Zada Sahara wearing similar clothes to the body that's behind him. And that's what you see.
Zada? Is that you?
So you get no response at this point. As you start, go ahead.
Looking at the book on the ground, and looking at myself, am I like in ethereal, or like can I see through my paw, or am I solid? Like, did I walk through the bookcase, like an ethereal form, or?
You went through the bookcase. Looking at your hands, you seem like you're solid. I mean, you squeeze and you feel your own skin. You can feel the book.
I will walk over to the book on the ground and the body. What way is the body facing? Is it up, down?
So the body on the ground is facing down. Zada, your friend, who's touching the obelisk, is standing straight up, almost like I said, in suspended animation. One hand on the obelisk, and one hand just outreached like he had dropped the book the minute he touched the obelisk. And that's what you see.
I will first walk over to him without touching him, inspect his suspended animation and inspect the obelisk for a moment, and then take one of the feathers off of my new purchase, wave it around a little bit, and cast Identify on the object, on the obelisk.
Okay. What exactly will that tell you? The identify.
Never mind. It says I must touch it, and I don't want to touch it right now.
Smart.
So, the book on the ground then. Can I pick it up with my other hand? That
You
is
can.
not holding the other book.
You can.
So I have two books.
So as you reach down to grab it, you have the book that Kellen had, and as you start to reach down, this again shockwave goes from one hand to the other. You've had this hum in your head, but it hasn't been that powerful. The closer you get to it, you almost see like this static shock go from the book to your fingers, runs down, hits the other book. Okay, do me a favor and do a dexterity check for me.
Ah. 11.
Okay. All right. When the shock comes through you, it shocks your hand to the point where you let go of the book. And now both books are on the ground. The one book that you had falls, hitting the other book. As soon as it hits the other book, you see this large flash in the air, almost blinding you. You're disoriented. You start to come to, and then you hear a familiar voice.
That makes me happy. Okay, I'm back.
Who's there?
I catch the scent of magic.
Oh, I know that voice. Cask, is that you?
No magic. Only fish. It is me. It is good to see you, friend.
Ah, you too. Long time no see.
Come.
What,
How are you? Can you move? Are you well? There are many questions, but you look very weak. I have friends who have a few supplies. Maybe we can get you back on your feet. I'm
think
gonna try and shoulder him.
I think that would be a great idea. I am out of it.
So Zada, as you are, or Zada Seher, I don't know what you want to go by. Zada Seher. As you start, welcome, by the way. Yay!
Yay! Welcome.
Welcome. This makes
We're
me.
all so happy to see you.
I never get surprised ever. And now I'm surprised. I literally get shit on and peed on all the time now for a living. So this is the best surprise I've gotten in a while.
And she's got a baby.
Nice.
It's the best thing that's happened to me in months.
Since the birth of my child.
As you start getting your faculties back, it starts hitting you that you don't know how long you've been out. You don't know exactly what happened, but all these memories start to come back to you. All these visions. You can guess that it's from the time that you've been there at the obelisk, and you're seeing almost as if it's been different timelines running through your mind. Visions of you touching the obelisk and then being down there and rotting to your death. Visions of you being down there with Yasmin and she touching it, and you both being stuck down there. You do see different scenarios where you make it out of there. But this is everything that's filling your mind as you're sitting there seeing your familiar friend and you're talking in the cellar.
Cask, I'm glad that Yasmin was able to find you.
Yes, it did take a little bit of convincing on both of our parts, but I in the end was able to convince the people I am traveling with to join us. Here, we must go. We must say hello to them.
Okay.
I'm sure that you would love them.
Okay, let's go. Tis great to see you again.
Wait. Do you know how to get out of here?
No, I don't.
So
I got in here. Hence, then me being stuck here.
So Zada, one of the many memories that or you don't know if they're real, if they're not real, but one of the many memories that you're starting to pull from, you do see yourself and Yasmin pushing against the wall, and then sunlight hitting your face, back up the stairs towards where the bookcase was, and that one sticks out for you.
Well, I guess we should at least go back up the stairs and see what we can force.
Well, you already know that I am not the strongest, but
True.
maybe they will be able to hear me on the other side. If perhaps we can be the loudest. I will race up the stairs and start beating on the wall. I'm just going.
I slowly walk up behind him.
Okay. All right. As y'all both pass the book, you are getting this vibration. It starts to die down a little bit as you go up the stairs. The glow from the obelisk is like pulsing. It's like almost like a heartbeat as you walk away from it. As you reach the top, you are seeing like claw marks, fingernail marks, like people have been down here before, and that's where you're at.
I'm adding to them.
Okay.
Gask, who are your companions? Will they be able to know what happened to you?
To me? What has happened to me?
Well, I would say that we are not exactly in the physical world at the moment.
What?
Yes.
So, while these guys are on the other side, do me a favor, both of you guys, just real quick. Can you guys do a strength check for me as you're pushing on?
Just a regular strength throw?
Yeah.
Lucky 13.
5.
Okay. All right. So as you guys are reminiscing, talking, you're pushing on this wall, but it seems pretty solid from where you're at. Okay. All right.
So we were able to walk through it holding the book.
The book. I look
The
back
book.
where I left it on the ground. Look at Zada and I say, the book.
I think we should try to grab the books and walk back through.
It is worth a shot. I have no other ideas.
All right. We
All right.
pick up a book each.
Okay. So who was the first one to grab the book?
That would be him. I let him hobble. I let him hobble over to
It took me a while to hobble back down the stairs to pick up the book. I'm very hesitant about picking up the book.
just kind of stalk behind him.
So Zada, as you pick up the book again, this hum, you're used to this hum. You know this hum because not too long ago you were hearing this hum as well when you were holding the book. So it's familiar. You know it. As you go to reach for the other book, again, that shock on your fingers. Are you still trying to reach for it? Are you trying to grab the other one as well?
I'm just grabbing one.
Okay.
I will reach for the second one, and then I will go.
And do I see anything else in the room?
So you see a corpse. You see a mummified corpse that looks like he's wearing your clothes.
Am I wearing my clothes?
You are. You're wearing the same.
Okay.
You also see again the obelisk. The obelisk itself is about 8 feet tall. Comes to a sharp point, almost like it's an onyx, but it's a shiny. It's glowing, and it still has that heartbeat. Especially when you guys are holding the book, it's like a like an angry heartbeat. All around you, darkness. All around you, like rocks. You can't really see how tall the ceiling is. Cassie,
can.
you have dark vision, right?
I can see how tall the ceiling is.
Do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Then you can tell that the ceiling itself is probably a good 40 feet high. At least that's what it seems. And then the room itself, maybe a good 20 feet circumference. Okay.
And it's just empty except for the obelisk and the mummified body.
Yeah.
And this staircase.
And the
So now we are both holding books.
Oh, I would like to hold on. I take out a piece of copper wire and just put it in my mouth and whisper to Yasmin to let her know that I'm okay.
Okay. All right. Well, before we shift gears, is there anything else you guys wanted to do before y'all headed back up the stairs?
Yes. Really quickly, I would like to ask. Well, seeing as most of this magic has happened without even opening the book.
So they're both clasped shut.
Okay, that's right. They have. Okay. No, I have nothing.
Okay.
I would just like to stare at the obelisk a little longer before catching up to Cask as he goes up the stairs.
Okay. All right. So switching gears back into the main room, what you guys saw, setting the scene for you. Kellen, still with the magic, you see that it was glowing this strange aura. Cask grabbing the book, and then almost as soon as you reached up to grab it and he slid it in, he disappeared. Almost as if he just went right through the wall.
Was the book also disappeared with him?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I can't manage three people in this skull.
What again?
Am I still seeing the aura of the
You are.
the book spot? But now we have no book.
So I guess, Jasmine, this is exactly what happened before.
Well, like I said, I wasn't seeing, but that would make sense. I mean, I feel like a fool. I wasn't watching him, but one minute he was there, the next he wasn't. If he did the exact same thing, then I can imagine this is exactly what happened.
He was listening to the book. The book was telling him to put it back. And this must be where it goes.
Well,
You read the book, and the book said, "Put me on the bookshelf." In the book.
No, I didn't read it. It actually, by just touching it, it was speaking to me. At least something was speaking to me.
Wait. I hear he's okay. He's telling me he's okay. Can push the bookcase. Move the bookcase. Is there anyone here strong enough? And she's kind of looking at you, Kellen. But
is Cask okay?
Wait.
So she runs over to the bookcase and all of her frame, pushing up against the bookcase, pushing. Help me!
I will go and
All right.
Help you what?
I don't know. Attack the bookcase.
So as she's pushing against it with her shoulders, you can see her reaching around and just throwing books off, just trying to make it lighter and just pushing it. But it's not really budging.
Boot, put some freaking muscle into it. Hit it with your shoulder, would you?
What am I doing? We're breaking through a wall.
Well, remember how I showed you how to run into a wall in the previous place we went to? You just got to run right at it. Don't worry about getting
Oh, just
hurt.
like you did. All right, I'm gonna assist begrudgingly.
While they're being ridiculous and just trying to push and beat this wall to death, I'm going to investigate the wall and see if there are any like openings or like cracks where it looks like there's a door of any kind or something where you can open.
Okay, roll for investigation then.
Investigation is a +4. Nice. So it's an 18 if it's not magical. If it's magical, because I do actually get advantage when I investigate. It would be a dirty 20 if it's magical.
Got it. Okay. So on the right side of the bookcase, kind of where Yasmin is like shouldering it, you see a series of tiny, almost clasps. You could easily look past them if you weren't trying to find something like this. And there's about 5 of them all along the sides of the bookcase connecting to the wall. And that's what you see on the right-hand side.
Just clasps, like clasps that can be unlocked by the hand?
They don't even look like they're locked. They just look like they're clasps.
Like I can adjust it to loosen?
Mm-hmm. Is what you're guessing.
All right. It looks like there's some clasps here. So I'm gonna just kind of swip.
Okay. All right.
And then is it like pull or push? I just kind of jiggle the bookshelf or whatever, and just to see if I can pull or push it.
So setting the scene. So the bookcase is about a good 2 feet taller than you. So you're kind of shimming your way up people to kind of reach the top ones. But with each one, it kind of loosens a little bit. You have Boot and you have Bree helping Yasmin as they're pushing, and they're really still just really not paying attention to you, but pushing books off the shelf and pushing this. As you release the last clasp, this bookshelf just swings like it's on a swivel, open. Books flying across the room, scrolls hitting the ground.
Did I go flying?
No. And you see just a marble wall.
Oh, there's just a marble wall behind it.
Yeah. So that's what's going on there. Let me switch gears back to the cellar. So you guys, Zada and Cass, you hear a commotion on the other side as you're standing up against the wall. Is that me?
His audio just went up.
Okay. You hear a commotion. It's a muffled, like, you can hear that there's voices, but they're just so muffled. You can hear banging up against the wall. You each have a book. The closer you get to the wall, the stronger that humming gets. You hear this loud creak, like through on the other side of the wall. As the creak kind of goes away, the humming gets less. But that's what you hear.
Should we go at the wall with these books?
I mean, we can try just to see if we can move
on 3
through it. I mean, you can just reach your hand out and
3.
See if. All right.
All right. So without even counting, just 3. You both go into the wall, but you don't come out on the other side. What you do come out of is the actual bookcase. So out of the slot where you put the book in, the people on the other side see Cask and this stranger spill out of the bookcase. And now you're all in the same room.
We did it, y'all.
Kellen saves the day.
Thank you, Kellen.
Tune in next time.
I see Yasmin and I just go to give her a hug. Thank you for going to get to Cask.
Yasmin hugs you. Zada, I thought I'd never see you again. Are you okay? And she grabs your face. Are you okay?
I don't know. It felt like I was down there for years.
Believe it or not, it was just hours.
Damn. This place is... I was not expecting this. Although, I don't know what I was expecting.
So she sees the book that you have in your hand, and she like slaps your hand. Not enough to like really hurt you or even to make you drop the book, but just slaps your hand. She's like, don't play with these things, Zada.
Yes, we'll talk about that later. Who are all these people?
Ha, friends. I toss the book at Kellan and say, think fast. And then I say,
Do I?
These-
If you tossed it at me, am I getting that?
This.
So if
The-
you catch it, if your skin is coming into contact with Kellen, it seems to have found a friend in you. As soon as you come into contact with it, you're again hearing an infernal. Who is this? Put me back. Take me home.
Put you right back into my backpack.
friends, this is Zada Sair Hassan Bashar. He may be able to help you, but he is a good friend of mine. So please, be gentle. He has been through quite a lot today.
I'm gonna run up and take his hand and start shaking it and say, "It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. And by the way, I've heard very many stories about your wondrous skills and how you can extract annoying half-orcs from Dark Elf's brains. Have I heard the stories? I have.
What are you
Please
saying?
help me.
What are you saying out there? I'm very much confused. I don't understand. Can I actually, while I'm in his brain, I'd like to roll a history check and try to understand what I'm seeing in this moment while I'm sitting on these steps in this like city.
Yeah. So do a history check, please.
You're history checking my past?
I'm history checking your past, while I'm in his brain, I rolled a
That's
12.
So invasive.
12. So what you see is really probably wouldn't make much sense to you, but you do see about 30 to 40 goblins. They all look pretty emaciated. They all look pretty sickly, gathered in a cave around a fire. As you approach them, you see a puddle of water, and they look back at you, and they're like, "Oh, you're back! You're back! Wait a minute! Oh, you're back! You're back!" And as you approach, your reflection in the water doesn't match your reflection, but it does look like Boot's reflection, and that's kind of what you see.
Boot, what the hell's up with these goblins in your brain?
I get a wave of anxiety and depression and panic just from kind of tapping into those memories and thoughts, and I bring Zada Sahir a little closer and I say, "Please get him out. I don't know what he's doing in there, please, sir."
While that's happening, like the walls and the fabrics, everything's built on in his brain start to crumble down and fall as if like it's an avalanche of just rocks just kind of tumbling down, and I'm running now through his brain. What the hell did I just stumble across? Oh my god, what a weird motherfucker. As I keep running.
So, to describe what you guys see before you,
Yeah.
you see a bald human whose head is just immaculately clean shaven, all except for a well manicured goatee. Zada Sair is like light brown skin, think like Middle Eastern complexions. He has his right eye is just blank, and you see a deep scar that runs from top of his forehead down the side of his face through that eye. His left eye is a deep emerald green. He is a little dirty, which is out of character for him, but he is wearing blue robes, a blue robe with red trim along the edges. He has I think it's called a bandolier across his chest. He's wearing a cream-colored V-neck shirt with brown accents, And then on the bandolier, he has 3 small, whatever the knife equivalent of a scabbard is. I don't know if it's the same thing. And then he has a belt just made from like ropes and things. And then various pieces of just draping cloth underneath the belt from his robe, from his other garments. And then his wrists, his forearms, his wrist, his hands are basically wrapped in like a cloth, a sandy cloth. And as he stands himself up, he holds himself up with a staff. And as he stands up, he seems to just grow taller, it looks like. I mean, aside from getting taller because he's standing up, he just seems to have this presence. And as he notices a few pieces of dirt on his robes, he casts prestidigitation and cleans himself up really quick.
Is he wearing shoes?
He is. He's wearing shoes made from almost like wrapped sandals. So his feet are covered, but it looks like he's wearing wrapped sandals.
Like he's wearing sandals with socks on?
Not sandals with socks, but yeah, almost like sandals that are turned into
like sandals
boots.
in a sock.
If the sock was made from 1-inch thick pieces of cloth wrapped all around.
Sounds like socks and sandals, just a little differently done.
You can see why we get along.
Velcro strap.
I can't even see it. It looks like socks and sandals to me.
So
Also,
Zada,
cargo shorts.
Yasmin stands beside you, and she tells you kind of what she saw. That Moth was standing there in the group. All of a sudden, he kind of disappeared, and then the next thing you know, Boot is saying that he can hear him in his head. Do me a favor and do a history check for me real quick. Actually, Arcana.
That was a heavy D20.
Yeah, that was a heavy natural 1.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
No!
Don't do this to me.
So, what she's saying, you feel like if you were at 100%, you would be able to, like, this would make sense to you. You don't know if it's still from the experience you had in the cellar with the obelisk. You don't know what it is, but her word.
Instead, I just have an aneurysm and fall over dead.
And Rick is gone. Bye, guys. but nothing is making sense to you.
Mr. Booth, I don't know what to tell you right now. I'm pretty out of it at the moment. I might be able to think of something later. It sounds like you will simply have to find a pleasant cohabiting relationship for the moment.
Oh, this will not do. So I'm gonna think in my head. Moth, you got any ideas in that ethereal big brain of yours?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you right now, Boot. I'm kind of running away from the fucking penguins and the pigeons and all the damn birds. I got some crawling up on me, some flying at me. I got walls crumbling down on me. I didn't mean to stumble across you and the 40 thieves of orcs and goblins and shit. I didn't mean any of it. All I'm asking is that you could just calm yourself a little bit in your brain, so that way I could just sit back down on some steps and just chill out until we figure this mess out.
Well, if you wouldn't go poking around in there, you would have had a much more pleasant experience.
I promise you I'm not trying to poke around. I mean, you sit inside somebody's brain and tell me that you're not a little bit curious of like the weird things that are kind of shifting and shimmering around.
All right, it's just in your nature to go poking around. Like if your girlfriend's phone was out, you just start scrolling through it.
But I don't. What's a phone?
Metaphorically speaking.
A
What?
letter. A letter.
A letter, yes. A
Pigeon.
diary.
I don't really deal with metaphors in my poetry too much.
um,
You're gonna have to dumb this down just a little bit for me here, Boo.
so I'm going to speak to Zadasa here and say, so there's nothing you can do at this moment for me? My cohabitant?
As grateful as I am for you and your friends helping me to get out of the bind that I was in, I'm sorry I can't do anything to help you right now.
Can I think back to the last time that this happened to me, DM, and try to. I'm gonna sit down while all these things are crumbling around me. I'm just gonna sit, and there's chaos around me. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna cross my legs, and I'm gonna focus on the last moment that this happened to me, way back when I was drinking in a bar, and I got in a fight and I got kicked out of this bar, and I was stumbling across this field, and I came to a farm, and I met this couple. And I'm going to think about when I jumped from soul to soul in that moment, and it took for me to get out on my own.
Can you change?
So as
Throw the frog.
Moth, as you start to find like your own internal peace, as you kind of are sitting there being mindful in what you are, and thinking back on your past, memories start to flood into your heart, your little non-existent heart, and you do recall. Do me a favor, roll history, just because.
Come on.
Natural one.
Plus.
Jesus.
So as
Oh, boy.
hard as you're trying, all you can think about are birds, and with every positive emotion that you're feeling, just a seagull is flying right past your face, and it kind of startles you back out of your happy place, and you're kind of stuck there right this minute.
You know, Boot, I would very much be able to probably get us out of this predicament if you would just give me a moment's peace in here. I don't know why your brain's so chaotic. I've been in many brains, and I'll be honest with you, yours scares me.
You've been in many brains. Well, think your way out of this situation. I'll remove.
I'm more of a doer than a thinker, Boot.
I've noticed.
Do me a favor. Just close your eyes, and I want you to think about your brain before you had a 6-foot-something-foot orc in it. Maybe that'll work.
So Zada, Yasmin leans over to you, and kind of to where the other adventurers can't hear. But do you think Varu might know?
It's worth asking. I don't know.
So Yasmin looks back up to you guys, and my sister, she dabbles in a little bit of the dark arts. She may know something that we don't. If you'd be willing to accompany me, I can do the introductions, but I'm at a loss. I don't. This isn't anything I've ever seen.
I have an idea.
We should try.
Something we have not tried yet. Something that just might work. We could knock him out.
We could slap him.
Well, let's just wait a minute, because your sister here. So did Moth share the sister's or the person's name that he spoke with, the tiefling woman? I believe he did.
I
Yeah,
did.
I mean,
I thought
maybe
Faru
not.
was the princess, but apparently that was not the princess.
But we didn't hear
No, that's
that.
right. Yeah, you named.
My recollection is that he did bring that up when he was at the table at breakfast with Ruby. I could be wrong, but that's the way I remember it.
I mean, did we
Okay.
hear her say that name to Zada?
No. No. Not unless you were trying to. No.
Gotcha. So, did I see any kind of magic aura around Boot at the time when the book was going through all that stuff?
On Boot himself?
Yes.
No.
No. Okay.
So I'm gonna say, wait. I believe is your sister named Bari?
My sister's name is Varu. Do you know her?
Varu, that's it.
Well, I
Moth,
apologize.
you said the name. What was the name of that lass you spoke with?
Is the girl you're seeing a tiefling? Is she a tiefling? And I don't know tiefling from the little one who said that's what tieflings look like. Is that a tiefling?
Yes.
Okay, so then Varu could possibly be her sister. She might not be lying to you.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like your sister has had a conversation with one of our own who is currently taking up residence in my brain.
Ask her if she likes candles.
Does your sister like candles? Why am I asking this?
Because she was just kind of sitting there floating a little bit, and then there was a little bit of the candles behind her flickering in the wind. Like, that's the impression I got from her. But then I came in and I had to kneel, and she had a pin. Tell her about the pin.
Zada, we have to help this poor man. He's in so much pain.
He's so much pain. You don't understand this. He's mentioning things about a manticore pin and all these other things. A tiefling woman flying. You've got to help me.
As someone who was literally just trapped in a time cycle that seemed to go over and over for just countless amounts of time, seeing all of my loved ones die over and over again, what you're going through sounds incredibly painful, and I do not wish your situation on anyone.
As someone who has not yet met Moth, you speak of an experience you do not know yet understand truthfully.
If you keep fucking with me out there, I promise you I'm going to do some damage in here, so you better be real kind. Ask the little tiefling woman if her sister happens to be at the Shrine of the Serpent.
I kind of roll my eyes and look at the tiefling and say, is your sister at the Shrine of the Serpent?
Yes, that's exactly where she's at.
Then let's fucking go.
Well, then let's fucking go.
Now you sounded like me, Boot.
Are we just going to ignore what Zeta just said? Where were you two?
Please, my friend is very tired. As you just heard, he was stuck in a time cycle. Do you even know what a time cycle is?
I know what time is, and I know what cycles are, so I can make
we are out of our element here. He has dabbled in arcana beyond comprehension. What we need to do now is find answers, not create more questions. I believe we should investigate the Serpent Shrine, as we were so persuaded by Moth in the beginning.
Fine.
I just think that Books looks like in a lot of pain, so we need to fix him.
But I'm gonna have some questions on the way.
That is fine.
I mean, the offer's still on. I can pick you up.
Zada,
Yes,
are you sure that you want to accompany these people?
I mean, I think a walk would do me some good right about now. So, yes, let's help out my rescuers.
Okay.
And see.
Who,
And we can talk along the way.
Who is this strange? I hear a voice in your head. It sounds different from our other friends' voices. Now I recognize the tiefling lady. Who the hell is?
His name is Zada Sayu. He's a warlock. He's supposed to be getting you out my brain, but I guess he doesn't have that skill, and so we're going to see a tiefling bird.
I just want to let you know that if we're going to see Varu, make sure you don't look her right in the eye, and you take a kneel before you, and let her know that you serve the queen. And then I bet you she'll be a little bit more helpful in our endeavor.
So
We'll
as you
see.
guys are walking through the altar, Wizard's just kind of bowing at you. The going back into the library, you can see Yasmin having conversations and kind of like catching back up to you, stopping to talk to a wizard, catching back up to you, until you guys exit. You come out. The time it may surprise you more than anybody, Zada, that it is bright. When you went into the altar, it was the dead of night, and then the sun is just beating down on you. Roughly 8 to 9 o'clock in the morning ish. As you walk, it's going to be a good 6-minute walk. It's not that far.
So did I not sleep? I guess I didn't sleep.
Would
I be exhausted?
In the state that you were in, you don't feel exhausted.
Okay.
So, do you still have the book, Zada? The other book?
Yes. I would have picked it up in the room after Yasmin slapped it out of my hand.
Is it identical to the book that I have?
DM, is it?
Yes. It looks just like it. They're both locked, so you can't really see what's on the inside at this point, but the outside looks almost identical, if not identical.
Does it say anything on the outside?
No, it looks like it's a red leather bound with a series of steel bolts around it, and then a 5-pointed star on the front of it, with a metal clasp that's holding it tight.
Zada.
And
that's
I'm
your name,
sorry,
Zada,
Cask, you have the other one, right?
I threw it at
Yes.
Kellen.
I mean,
okay.
Someone put it in his backpack.
That's right.
When it comes to names, people call me many things. My name is Zada Sayer Hassan Bashar. Some people call me Bashar, some people call me Hassan, some people call me Has, some people call me Sayer, some people call me Zada, some people even call me Z. It just depends on who I'm doing business with, who I'm talking to.
How you like to be called?
I really like Zada Sayer.
Okay.
Zada Sayer Hassan Bashar.
I mean, yes, I would be flattered if you called me by my full name.
We'll see.
And what is your name, Gnome?
My name is Kellen.
It is a pleasure.
It's also a pleasure to meet you as well. I am curious, though. Where did you find this book?
DM, where did I find the book?
You found the book it was referenced a little bit earlier. There's a Temple of the Twisted Rune. You found it there when you had made a pit stop looking for something, but something sidetracked you.
Gotcha.
That's where you found the book.
As an ambassador, I tend to travel quite a bit, and I like getting out, I like exploring, and I happened to pick this book up in my extracurricular activities.
Huh. I know the feeling.
Yeah. How did you find yours?
We stole it off of some guy.
Oh, okay. No judgments from me.
We saved his life, so it's not really that big of a deal.
Oh, okay. So that was like you taking the payment for saving his life.
Sure. Yeah. We can call it that.
All right. I mean, can't take any of it with us when we die, so what is anything?
I'm
He
wondering
was very much still alive, I may add, but he had a lot of books.
He also, now that I think about it, he also had gold.
Who was this?
Did he?
Yeah, about 50 golds that you have in your pocket.
My pocket? I thought it was in Moth's pocket.
Nope.
I have
it's
Moth's
in you.
purse right here, and I jingled the coin.
Oh, there it is.
Does
Why?
that sound like
But-
50 gold?
But why
Yeah.
in God's name is it raining gold in your brain right now?
don't know. It's interesting, eh?
So
I mean, it kind of hurts when it hits me, and I would appreciate if you maybe think of something a little bit more soft, like dandelions, or something more pretty, like butterflies.
I'm thinking of feathers.
Oh, that
birds.
tickles me. That tickles me,
feathers.
Boot. Oh, I hate me feathers. Oh, yeah. Oh.
you guys strike me as a group that has recently come to know each other.
Yeah, you're really perceptive.
Well, we've been
No, that
working
is
for
not
each other for
entirely
about a
true.
year.
Yes, as the boot says.
Yeah.
Oh, really? A year?
Yeah.
How did you come to know each other?
You know, life. But time
Yes.
is, you know,
I do
Yeah.
know life.
yeah.
So I decided to sign up for the army. I know you said it was not a wise decision, but I did it anyways. And that is
That's
how
you,
I met
Cass.
everyone.
That is you. I also hear that you are still regaling audiences with tales of my past exploits.
All right, but I do not know what you mean.
Hey. You know as well as I do, I am not one to draw attention to myself, and entertaining is what you do best. So if you want to take the attention away from me, please
Indeed.
do what you
Well,
do
thank
best.
you. The great Nula has the one who grants me prowess. But really, it is just me, yes.
As you're walking through Stonewall and having these conversations, Boot out of the corner of your eye, you do see as you pass by Meeps, he sees you and he kind of gives you a big wave, holds up armor that you really can't get a great look at, but you can see that he's really excited to see you and to show you that he's working on your armor, and then he kind of goes back to working on it. You wind back around the orphanage. You see that the commotion has died down there. Some of the town guard are back behind the orphanage fixing it up, and you're approaching the Serpent Shrine. As you approach, you're approaching from a grassy knoll area. Large statues, snakes kind of going around the statue. The snakes are part of the statue, but they intertwine the statue. The temple itself, Bree, you remember it being refurbished because it used to be something else. It used to be a storage building. It's where the org, the military, would keep their stockpile of weapons. It was kind of an old barracks for Stonewall back in the day. But it looks like it's been refurbished and has seen some money go into it. Marble on the outside pillars, stained glass windows, very ornamental. Snakes seems to be the theme of the day. As you get closer, you are hearing like a grunting coming from the inside. And as you approach the front of the building, and I'll share this with you guys, you see that there is a Yanti priestess, and she is laying at the front steps. Oh.
It seems that the temple is being under new administration, new management, apparently.
I did not know temples had that kind of structure.
Yeah, it's fairly new.
No,
There are a lot
I mean,
of
it's all
snakes.
stone. It's like I thought they were made out of wood.
Well, this used to be barracks, and now it's full with, stone and marble and these statues, glass. There's been a lot of investment in here.
I will specifically keep an eye out for Barney the drunk.
I turned to Yasmin and when is the last time that you spoke with your sister? Have you seen her since we've been here?
I haven't. Varu's caught up in some bad stuff, but I mean, we're still on speaking terms. I would imagine. But she's going down a road that I really don't care to follow.
All right.
But I'm sure if if I come to her and ask her and tell her what's going on, if there's any way she can help, I'm sure she will.
Yes, and I'm always down to see if she needs anything.
We wouldn't be walking into any danger here, will we?
No,
Given the
we-
current state of things in this city, who knows?
I get a Molotov cocktail ready and just put it back.
I am the danger.
I mean, us walking into danger, then no.
While this is DM, while this is happening, and they're kind of contemplating about the danger and getting themselves prepared, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna begin walking quickly through Boot's brain, if you will, and it's all white where I'm at, and I see a door far off in the distance, and I'm just gonna keep walking towards that door very fast. I'm starting to feel panicky. I haven't been in somebody else's conscious mind this long in the better part of over a year, and I'm starting to feel a little claustrophobic and freaking out a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Well, around you, Moth, you hear my voice saying, "Don't. What are you doing, Moth? Moth?
So, Moth, you've gone through this before. You've kind of calmed down enough from where you're at. Do me a favor and make a history check real quick.
Oh boy, real life Moth would be really good with history, but actual Moth, he likes to roll 8s.
8?
Yeah, I rolled a very solid 8, and to be honest with you, that's pretty good for Moth.
Wrong 8.
Very strong 8.
Okay. All right. Something clicks in your brain. It's not an exact feeling. It's not like a spot-on thing, but you get this urge to tell Boot that he should burn himself.
Hey, Boot, you know what did me a really good favor? See, as I'm walking through your subconscious here, and I see this door, and I'm walking, there's like puddles of water on my feet, and I'm starting to get a little bit further into the water. I feel like if you could just do me yourself a favor and light a match and burn your hand.
Burn my hand?
Just fucking do it before I drown in here.
What are you on about?
I'm not drowning.
Are you gonna die? Maybe I shouldn't. Fuck me.
I can't swim
I
very
know
well,
I'm
Boot.
doing this.
Just strike a match, or maybe step on a flame. I don't fucking know. Throw yourself into a campfire. Just don't kill yourself.
Is there any fire around me?
Not right now.
Ah, look at that match in Kellan's mouth.
Alright, I'm gonna say, Kellen, light me a flame.
I don't light it with the match. I actually just use a little mechanical, like almost like a Zippo type lighter, and just go. Now what? You want me to blow something up?
Like a fucking idiot. I said, I'm fucking crazy, man. I'm old 6s and 7s. I'm gonna put my hand over the fire.
Okay.
What?
All right. So, Boot, as you start to do that, nothing is happening right this minute. So, as it starts to bubble, do me a favor and roll a Constitution for me.
Jeez.
As I'm watching this, I turn to Yasmin and say, "Where did you find them?"
You're
I
the
rolled
one
a
who
very
played-
solid 6.
Okay. So the flame is there. You pull your hand away in pain. Not really convinced that this is something you want to do.
What are you doing?
Fuck me,
You know
This
what
Otis-
fire does.
this elfish brute has infiltrated my mind. He has control over me. I can't even think. I'm speaking his poetry
Well, what is
right
he
now.
saying? What is he saying?
He's telling me to light myself on fire.
It's and I'm like kind of pulling myself. I'm like
gonna
treading
grab-
in water right now.
I'm gonna
and
grab
like,
his hand actually real quick, and then light his hand on fire a little bit again.
Boot, are
See
you
it.
letting this happen?
After it hurt and nothing happened, I'm gonna say, "Get off it!"
Okay. All right. So again, that happens, but again, nothing is happening. If nothing's happening.
I'm trying to help.
So as you guys are doing this and kind of still walking and approaching the temple, the grunting from inside, you were starting to hear like a scuffling sounds, and you hear a voice from inside. And you're like, "I need some help in here. Somebody help me!"
Where is this coming from?
From inside the temple.
Is the Wanti priestess still standing outside?
The Wanti priestess, you can see from where you're at on the map, unless y'all move closer. You see feet at this point. You see someone laying at the front of the temple from where you're at.
So we approach the temple closer. It looks like.
I turned to Yasmin. Is she okay? What is?
That's not Varu, but let's I don't know. And she starts to run towards the front of the temple. So the front of the temple is actually down here.
Oh.
Okay.
And
I'll
the
follow.
yelling is getting louder, the banging is getting louder. And it's pretty clear right now. I need to keep this fucker in here. Someone can help me.
I run up to the door and try to open it.
What you see as you approach the front, you see a Yanti priestess at the front, and her throat has been slit, bled out, and she's dead. Kellen, as you're looking inside, you see another Yanti priestess, and what you see is pretty much a bloodbath. You see a series of priestesses and pride members, and they all look motionless at this point. But you're counting
What
at your
the
head.
hell?
5. From the very back of the room, you don't see anything, but you do hear again this loud like banging, and a voice back there. Help me!
So
I'm running in.
Everyone.
run after him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull my shield out, and also approach.
Okay. So as you guys approach the temple, what you see is, like I said, the bodies. So you have the Yanti priestess, and they're dead. The slit throats or spears sticking out of their bodies. It looks like there was a battle in here of some sort, but you can't really tell at this point what happened. Just that there's carnage. And again, from the back of the room, the banging. Help me! I can't hold it much longer.
What is going on?
I am rushing up.
Okay.
I shake off the daze from all of the blood and make a dash toward the man calling for help.
Okay. All right. As you get closer, what you see is this pretty muscle-bound human dressed in all yellow, holding down this hatch on the ground. With all of his might, he's like leaning into the door, and the hatch just keeps slamming into his body. And you hear this loud coming from the door as each time it's slamming and shutting down. He's like, "Don't just stand there. I don't think I can hold it much longer."
I run up. I run up and I ask him what's going on. What is in here? As I'm start helping him press down on the hatch.
Okay. Do me a favor with advantage. Roll for strength.
Ooh. Damn, look at that luck. I rolled 2 3s.
So this actually shouldn't be there right this minute, but since you roll a 3, what you see is the door burst open, The muscle-bound guy flies backward. He is prone. I'm going to get used to the GM level and the object level at some point. He flies back. He's prone. Do me a favor and you do a dexterity saving throw, Zada.
That's another 3.
Oh my god! Roll a different die.
Wait,
You
no,
fly back.
3 plus 1, so I got a 4.
Okay.
Yay.
So you're going to take up against the wall. The wall kind of saves you from going prone, but it does knock you back. And out through this hatch comes this giant serpent, this giant snake, just slithering out and slamming down on top of the altar. And do me a favor and roll for initiative.
I should have stayed outside.
Yes, I rolled another 3.
What?
Yeah, so it's a 4 for initiative.
Are you sure that doesn't just have all 3s all the way around? You just didn't check
Yeah.
it?
I'm rolling my 1-4 perfectly. I don't my D4 perfectly. All right.
Okay, so I checked, and those are half blood. My bad. Pure blood are really human look and with scales. And the full reptilian ones are called abominations. So, the more you know.
Boot, are you inside with everybody or no?
I would want to say that I'm like right outside the door, but like I followed, but I didn't necessarily run into danger.
I did. Yeah, I would like to mention that I definitely did not. After seeing the door go up and down on this,
Okay.
I put
All right.
I put Cask where he should be.
Yeah, I would think that I'm like.
Let me know.
All right. Kellen, what did you get?
7.
All right. Bree?
9.
9. Boot, what did you get?
I got I got a 21.
Woo!
18
Combo
plus
breaker.
Yay.
Breaker. All right. Cask, what did you get?
Combo breaker.
I got a 23.
23. And then Zada, what did you get?
Solid 4.
Boot, are you outside? Like
Mhm.
out, like on the side of the building?
Well, that's the entrance right there, right?
No, the entrance is down in the southern part of the.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Hey,
Sorry,
Boo, when all your friends run into a fight, you don't sit outside and play footsie with yourself. Get in there and help them out.
Well, the last time I took your advice, I bumped my hand for no fucking reason.
But maybe you just pussied out and stopped burning it long enough. I'm just sitting here in your jelly brain, sinking to the abyss, apparently, and you don't want to do nothing about it. But it's okay. I caught my composure. I'm swimming back up. I'm going towards that door, and I'm walking.
Don't think I won't think of more birds.
You know what I
Okay.
do to birds?
All right, so we are at the top of the order. So, all right, so this is what's going on. So the snake, the giant snake, slams up through the door. The who you guys know as I haven't met him yet. The yellow muscle bound guy is on the ground, exhausted from holding this door. Zada, you're up against the wall. You're the closest to the snake. Cask, you are up.
Oh. um. So let's see.
Sorry, so again, what we're looking at is a giant snake?
Yeah. So it popped up through the thing.
Yeah, so it popped up through the hatch here, and half of its body's still inside the hatch. The other half is slammed down on the altar, and it is looking around. If you could tell if a snake is frightened or not, you would guess that this guy is really excited.
This snake is very excited. Okay. I will yell out, "The last time I saw something like you, I flushed it." And then cast vicious mockery.
Okay. Since you leveled up, is that still a 14 or what is that?
Yes.
Okay, he fails.
So that will be 1d4 damage. That will be 2 damage, 2 psychic damages. And then with my movement, I'm going to laugh hysterically. Ha ha ha! And I'm going to run outside past Butcher. I'm just going to go back up here, over here, behind this thing, and watch from around the corner.
All right, so as you shoot your steely barbed words at it, all you see is the snake kind of recoil in pain, and then its eyes just kind of lock on you as you start running out the front door. Okay. Anything else? Well, I think that's it for you. So, Boot, is there anything else that you would like to do? Or Boot, it's your turn.
Like, yes, I'd like to do my turn.
I would like to go, please.
Boot,
All right.
grab my axe. You should grab my axe.
Not grabbing
Run
any
it.
axes.
Run it like hell's
2,
burning.
3, 4, 5, 6. All this, I'm having this cacophony of irritating conversation coming through.
Oh, don't
I'm
use
going
that weapon.
to
Don't, bad idea. Don't
take
do
out
it.
my longbow and I'm going to target that snake right.
What do you think a little twig's gonna do up against a big thing like that? Use my axe.
I'm tempted to use this against my own skull unless you fucking shut up.
All right, I'll be quiet.
So do me a favor. On this roll, I want you to roll with disadvantage.
Yeah.
On this attack roll with disadvantage.
11. We got 11. I think it's +5. Yeah, 16.
Okay. All right. So you hit it.
Oh yeah.
And roll for damage.
You better pull that little string of yours pretty hard there, Boot.
We got. Is it next to anybody? Can I sneak attack it?
It is next to Zata Sahara, but you're rolling at disadvantage, so it'd just be a straight roll.
Yeah, but I get the plus D.
Yeah.
D6. So that is 6 plus 2, 8.
Okay.
Ha
Okay. All right. Anything else that you'd like to do?
No.
Okay.
Did you
All
hit it at least? Did you make your mark?
Yeah, despite your yelling.
I mean, what's it like out there? Tell me, I'm missing it.
So what happened, Boot, was you drew back your string and you were noise coming from all inside your head, almost to the point where it's like migraine type fever. Closing your eyes, opening real tight. As soon as you open them, you let the bow go or the arrow go. It aims true, hits the giant snake right in the middle of the mast of its chest. As it recoils, it comes back, but it's still kind of got its eyes locked on the entrance where Cass ran. And next up is Bree. Are you muted, Bree?
Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to dash all the way next to Sada, and I will use my cunning action to push this kind of candlestick that is right in front of me towards the snake. Try to burn it, like hit it with it or something.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's fine. So do me a favor, roll for strength. I mean, it is a pretty sturdy one, but it's possible.
Okay, plus strength. I'm super. Yeah. So it's 12.
Okay. All right. As you slam into this candelabra, pretty solid metal candelabra, fire kind of shoots off in every direction, and then it starts teetering and it falls on the the door where the door would be, and on the bottom half of the snake. The snake inches it back down further, and it's taking 2 points of damage off of that.
Yeah.
And you have the snake's attention.
Fuck.
Anything else you want to do, Bree?
Do I have any movement left?
Depends on what you want to do.
Just move like 2 spaces back.
Okay. Are you using anything special to?
No,
do that
I actually use my cunning action. I bonus
Got it.
action. Yeah, so.
Okay.
Stick.
You staying or moving?
If I can move, I will move.
You'll provoke a attack of opportunity if you do, if that's all right.
I'll stay.
Okay. All right. Kellan, it is your turn.
What was that?
Kellan, it's your turn.
Okay, for some reason it cut out like weird. I don't know if it's on my side or did it. Is everyone else getting some kind of glitching? No, it's just me. Alright.
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 I'm in your brain too.
Glitching. So do I see any objects around me that are around like 5 pounds ish? Because I'm going to force it at the snake.
I mean, at this point, yeah. I mean, you see various weapons that have fallen on the ground from the priestess and from the pride. So there's some maces, there's some swords, there's a couple shields. Some of those would probably fall in the 5 pound range. If you're looking over at this direction, you do see a wooden shield that would be under 5.
Okay. I am going to use my spell, which I've called Force Projectile, where I'm essentially whipping the item at the snake.
Okay.
And it goes. Is there actually? It has to go in a straight line. So is there like anything blocking it?
No, the snake is large enough where you'd have a clean shot.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast that. It is a dexterity 12 that he saving throw that it needs to make.
Okay.
Which probably isn't that hard for us to make.
Okay. All right. So as you do your conjuring, the shield kind of crackles, lifts, shoots off in a straight line towards the snake. The snake sees it out of its peripheral, dodges, and the shield just shatters on the wall behind it. And again, the snake is locked eyes on Bree, so you didn't get its attention.
Gotcha.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm kind of gonna go. Is there like pews of some kind? Not pews, but seats in front of the altar.
Yeah. So this one is more of like a kneeling. It is about it would raise you up about a foot. These two are a little bit higher. They're more like podiums. So on each side is a podium facing the main altar, and the podium's about 4 feet tall.
Okay, I'm more looking to get behind it.
Got it. Okay. All right. Next up, we have Zara Saher.
I tap my staff on the ground and I look at the snake and I just say, down, and I cast command.
Okay. All right.
Wisdom 13 saving throw.
Ooh. All right. I have a natural 1. What would you like me to do?
I just want the snake to drop back down into that chest, into that box.
Okay. All right. As for what the rest of you hear is like just a simple tapping on the ground, but what the snake hears and with the command from Zada is this echoing inside of the snake's head of down, and the snake just kind of starts to recoil, still hissing, still angry, but kind of going back down until he disappears into the hatch.
and then I close the hatch.
So the hatch itself is kind of split a little bit. You can close it, you can lock it, but it is splintered. So it's just letting you know. And for right now, you guys are out of initiative.
Quick, does anyone have anything? Is there like a table or a chair that we can put on top of this chest?
Can the altar be moved onto it?
The altar itself is pretty big. You can try.
I'm not gonna try.
So the yellow sash guy is getting up, kind of dusting himself off. It's like, wait! The priestess is down there. The Varu's down there. We got to get to him. What? Come on, we can't leave them down there by themselves.
What's happened here?
Hell if I know. We get here. The pride come in. The Yonti are fighting off. I don't even know what they are. I've never seen them before. All dressed in black, and then all of a sudden, I start hearing this banging. I'm laying on the thing, looking up. I'm seeing all my men getting cut to shreds. The Yonti, they're dead. The men in black, they run out the front. I'm stuck here guarding the door. Then you come in. But they took Varu. They took her down in the dungeon.
Damn.
With the snake or in a different dungeon?
Down in the hole. They took her down there. Next thing I know, boom! Here comes the thunder with the snake.
Why are you having pictures of snakes and Varu in your brain, and also the princess? Is the princess with Varu? Oh. Boo.
I don't know. Is the princess with? Wait, is the princess with Varu? I say that out loud.
What?
What princess?
No, I don't. What the fuck are you talking about?
I look at Jasmine. I look at Yasmin and say, Yasmin, come on, let's go. We need to help. And I open the hatch back up, ready to fight whatever shoots out of it.
Okay. All right. All right. As you open up the hatch, how long does your spell last, Sada?
I think it's just one round.
Wait, do we get new initiative?
No, you'll keep the same initiative just for time's sake.
This must be the aforementioned serpent in the name of the temple.
Wait, there's serpents in this shrine?
As I open the chest back up, can I just shoot a firebolt down the hatch?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. So, you spoke to Yasmin, right? Yasmin is like, hold on, wait. I have an idea. Open the hatch. Open the hatch, and on 3, I'm going to see if I can control this thing.
Okay.
If I can't, then attack it, but I'm going to try.
I'm ready.
All right. So on 3, you're holding the latch. Everyone's ready. The man in the yellow is there. He's ready. The rest of you guys, are you staying where you're at?
I'm in a place behind.
Okay.
I'm gonna move a little bit here.
Okay. So as Yasmin is doing her countdown, the 1, 2, 3, you lift up the hatch, and at first it's quiet. And then, like a bolt of lightning, you just and this large snake returns back for more. Yasmin puts her hands up, and the snake comes to a halt in midair. She's got the snake up. She's concentrating. If you're gonna go, you should go.
Oh, well done. I'm gonna think in my head, your devil woman's sister done stop the snake.
Why are you thinking in your head like that?
What? I'm talking to you.
What are you... But listen, it's getting weird in here. I don't think you understand. I can't think straight anymore.
I don't know if we could ever say you thunk straight. Anyway,
I'm about to think straight.
Okay.
Let's continue down the hole.
So what you see, or what you're experiencing right this minute, So Yasmin is holding this this giant snake up. It's almost midair, but she has it. As she's kind of focused on it, she looks over at you, Zada. She's like, "Don't get lost again."
I won't. I'll see you soon.
Is everybody going down in this?
We'll follow
Yeah.
with Zada.
Okay. So what you
you
guys
do
are
that.
walking into? Oh, somebody talking. What you guys
I
are
have
walking.
myself on mute.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you pass by the snake, again leery because you're not sure exactly what you're walking into. Axel kind of gives you guys fuck it, his name is Axel. The guy in yellow nods at you guys. I'll keep an eye on it. Don't worry.
My name's Axel. I'll keep an eye.
My name's Axel. By the way, nice to meet you.
Swing a sword at
great
it
day to
while it's
fight.
in the air.
Great day to fight a snake, by the way.
Basically a
he's
piñata
standing there.
right now.
He's got this giant mace out, and he's kind of standing watch with Yasmin as you guys go down into this hatch. And what you guys see is a dungeon.
Woo!
So you can see where the snake had made its way through. Right in front of you, you see like this water, this pond area type thing. It's old, it's dusty. You can tell that it was used for storage at one point. It's got that kind of feel, that kind of like military feel to it. But it's been completely revamped, and it's kind of been snaked up a bit, if you want to say. There is snake ornamentation on the wall. The rugs have images of snakes on it. Moth is not here. Moth, you here?
I'm always here, Dad. I ain't going nowhere. I'm like jelly on bread.
So, Boot, what you've noticed since that fight ended, from the first time that you drew that bow, and your thoughts were like, God, I wish this guy would just shut the fuck up. Moth has been somewhat silent. As you guys are descending into the dungeon, almost as quickly as it happened the first time, poof, Moth returns.
Oh! What the hell?
Thank the gods.
And I'm sitting there buck ass naked. Where are my pants?
I just throw them so they land right in his face, like.
Hey, let me put these on real quick. Well, I really appreciate that. Was my axes.
I started dump my stuff because I had taken all the rest of the stuff, collected it earlier. I'm just gonna dump it on the ground in front of him.
I'm gonna get really close to Boot and like kind of grab him by the back of his head and be like, I never want to do that again, Boot.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I feel like you're in my brain right now. Why don't we step off and get in arms?
I'm gonna give him a big kiss on the forehead. Be like, you got some fucking healing to do in there. And I'm gonna walk away, and I'm gonna kind of look over at this strange bald goateed man and look him. How tall are you?
About 6 foot.
And I'm gonna look down a little bit, just a couple inches down, and we'll shrug my shoulders and be like, did you come down here first?
Yeah.
I like you. Running into things. You're like me. I'll follow you. Let's go. Where we going? What we doing? Where we at?
You must be the individual who is occupying Mr. Boot's head.
There's a lot of space in there to occupy. Yes, there was.
Yeah. Infinite space even.
Doggone, both of you.
Where? I'm
So yes.
Yes.
What's
I
your
think we
name?
have some business to attend to. My name is Zadasair Hassan Bashar.
You lost me at Z. I'm just gonna call you Z.
Call me whatever you want.
Perfect. Because it's just gonna be Z.
So Bree, Bree, you're kind of further away from this conversation that's happening, and from the corner of your eye, you do see movement. And close to the pond, close to where this watering hole is, you see a Yanti priestess, and she's on the ground, but she's not. It doesn't look like she's dead. She's moving, kind of crawling towards you guys, and she is reaching a hand out to you. And help me.
I will go.
As you get closer to her, you can see that she has been disfigured at this point. Most of the flesh from the left side of her face has just been ripped away. A series of slashes along her chest and her arm. It's almost amazing to you that she's not dead at this point. As you kneel on the ground next to her, she rests her head on your leg. Please, they came so quickly. Save you, Lasha.
Yes. Don't worry. Everything is gonna be okay. Just close your eyes. Everything's gonna be okay.
Wait, we need to know who came.
And I will turn around and say, "Hey, here, over here," and I will call on everybody.
Okay.
I run up.
What is your name? What is your name?
My name is Adra. Are they still here?
Who's they?
So she gets closer to you, and you can see the fear in the eye that she has left, and she pulls you closer to you, almost to where her mouth is right next to your ear, and she says, "The whisper."
The whisper.
And with that, we're going to end episode 7.
Woo!